Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got some big updates on Cardano ADA. Charles Hoskinson is giving his views and opinions on what we should be expecting next. And I really want to dig into some of the comments and stuff that I've been sent recently discussing concerns around the crypto market. So I want to delve into perhaps some of the psychological aspects of the crypto markets in general, and how they can make you feel like this is the end. I really want to dig into I guess evaluating expectations as well. So stick with me. If you enjoy this sort of content, hit the like button. I'd appreciate if you subscribe. Over 80% of people that watch this channel aren't subscribed. So yeah, look, if you enjoy the content, subscribe as well. I really do appreciate it. Let's waste no time. Let's go. So we're going to start here on coin market cap. The total market cap of crypto globally is up 0.6% at the time of recording. It sits at $3.73 trillion. Bitcoin BTC is at 110,780.29, up 0.71% in the past 24 hours. We're here to talk about Cardano. It's at 61 cents 17, down 0.28%. And again, not getting the headlines that we really anticipated it would be getting at this stage of the market. And I do think that we are at that critical stage when it comes to Cardano. I think we are at a stage where we should be expecting a major rally. There are bullish technical signals, I guess, that mean that we could target a $1 ADA anytime soon. But I do want to dig into some of the comments that I've been sent, some of the concerns I've been sent through the Discord around, different projects and, performance, or as some of the individuals would say, a lack of performance. This is, for several different altcoins, not just Cardano, but a lot of people are disheartened with the performance of Cardano ADA. So what I want to do before we get into that article is actually take a look at Cardano ADA, right? And try to give people a bit more of an understanding of where we are actually right now, right? So we're up 72.92% in the past 12 months, right? If we actually compare that to Bitcoin, and I know that I've done this a few times, so stick with me because I am going to be covering something slightly different. With up 59.53% in the past 12 months for Bitcoin. But I want to talk about startup projects that are perhaps built on Cardano. For example, if we take 𝗶𝗀𝗰, well, I think that would be a good example. If we go right back and have a look at the entire history of Cardano, right? Let's go right back. Like we'll go to say 2021, right? Imagine you invested, up here, right, back in 2018 at like over $1 for Cardano ADA, right? Let's just be clear. It launched, it skyrocketed. And then, between July 2018 and, January 2019, it went from over $1 down to 14 cent 88, right? And then it went, sideways and down to 3 cent, right? And from what we're talking about, from October 2018 all the way, to let's say here, the 15th of November 2020, it was pretty much sideways and stagnant. There wasn't really a lot going on, right? So if we take a project like 𝗶𝗀𝗰, so if we get 𝗶𝗀𝗰 on, I just want to kind of give people a bit of like an understanding, right? Like if we go, yeah, so we're on all time, right? It's not even been a whole year. Like it just hasn't, right? So we haven't given this project any time just yet to really take off. Like imagine what it will be like in 2 years from now, 3 years from now, for example, when this project's built out its ecosystem, it's built out its community, it's it's a real world utility project. And look, I'm picking on 𝗶𝗀𝗰 here, right? Just because the charts are easy to sort of articulate, right? And kind of share with you guys. But it's the same for other projects, right? We could even take Chainlink, for example, right? If we have a look at Chainlink from like January 2018, it was like what $1 23, right? And sorry, what am I talking about? Yeah, $1.23. It went down like to like 34 cent, um, through 2018, down to like, what was that, 2023, I think I saw there. Like, look at all this sideways action. This is from January 2018. We're now in October 2019, and we're still only at 53 cent. Like, my point is, it takes a long time for these projects to take off. And I think the expectations need to be tampered a little bit or tempered a little bit. Just, people need to be more realistic about, you know, what to expect from investments in blockchain. And I think actually it's becoming more like, your traditional markets, right? And people can agree or disagree. And like, hopefully people take something from this video, because I'm trying to help people keep their emotions in check, right? And try to have more realistic expectations of their investments, both for Cardano and other altcoins, because I see a lot of, comments, and some people are just really uneducated and have a real lack of understanding when it comes to investment and time horizon and expectations. And look, we're all learning here, right? This isn't me like, having digs at anybody, but clearly the expectations need to be more aligned to, a startup, a web 2 startup, for example. It can take 2, 4, 10 years to really, be able to see your proper return on investment, right? And yeah, for me, like, we need to have a similar sort of time horizon when it comes to investments, and that might not be music to people's ears. And don't get me wrong, I think we're going to go into a really big bull run, and this is going to be a mute point. But like, there's going to be people that get in late. There's going to be people that get in somewhere near the top of the market. That happened in 2021. I'm going to anticipate it's going to happen in 2026. And when it does, they're going to have to hold through, the pullbacks and the dumps and the recession and the serious pullbacks that I think we are going to have in the future. I think it's going to be, a humbling experience. And some of these projects, they're not going to survive it, and it's going to be the ones that really, do build that real big infrastructure that, continue to build regardless of the price. So I just wanted to talk about that, and I know I've gone on for about 8 minutes on this topic, but I think it's really important, and I hope people take, what I'm saying, as a supportive, educational content, right? I really want people to be successful, and it's heartbreaking to see people potentially selling all of their crypto, and these are the comments that I've been getting, selling all their crypto because they believe that the market, is not going to have an altcoin season. They're not going to see the returns that they're anticipating, and they're genuinely just fed up. So, I wanted to just put this, video together, obviously add in this aspect of things. Like, there's people that were, buying thousands of Bitcoin. They sold it too early, and they're going to be looking back and having loads of regret. Don't be that person. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. Treat what I say, as entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Never invest more than you're willing to lose, because you do risk losing all of your crypto and all of your money if you invest in the wrong projects and you don't do your own research, and nothing's guaranteed. I just want to be really clear on that. Nothing's guaranteed in crypto. So Cardano price prediction: ADA poised for a major rally as bullish technical signal, $1 target. Are traders ready? And I think that a lot of people aren't ready for this. And I think that, the technicals are lining up. It is going to be a really exciting bull run. I am stoked to see how everything performs. And look, I get it. People are like, nobody's got a crystal ball. People have been predicting stuff for a long time. The bull run's going to be this time. The bull run's going to be that time. But ultimately, I think that economically, from an economic standpoint, we're in a really good and positive place in the real world when it comes to regulations, and the fundamentals and the technology advancements are there now, and very, very exciting. We've got Charles Hoskinson responds to criticism of Cardano, DeFi, and ADA holders. So again, just really interested to see what Charles is saying. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson has responded to renewed criticism about the network's total value locked (TVL) and relatively sluggish decentralized finance (DeFi) growth. So again, no one's ever made the argument and explained how the existence of one of these larger stable coins is magically going to make Cardano's entire DeFi problem go away, make the price go up, massively improve our MAUs, our TVL, and all these other things, he said. He argues that their arrival alone would not solve the network's structural challenges or guarantee growth. According to him, Cardano already has native asset-backed stable coins like USDM and USDA that can be minted at will and rarely lose their peg. Instead, Charles Hoskinson pointed to user behavior as the main reason Cardano's DeFi TVL remains small. And Cardano has a fragile ecosystem. There's a lot of people floating around. There's a lot of people who hold ADA, who have Cardano wallets, who have been in our ecosystem in many cases more than 5 years, but have not. But not a lot of those people have crossed the over to Cardano DeFi. Basically, is what he's saying here. So it's going to be interesting, and it's one of those, like, I don't know what the answer is, right? Like, why are people not using Cardano DeFi? Like, what is the reason for that? Is it complicated? Is it not user friendly? Let me know in the comments below. Like, have you used it? I haven't. I'm not really big into DeFi in general, right? Like, when I talk about my use of DeFi, I don't use DeFi on Solana. I don't use DeFi on Ethereum. I don't use DeFi. Like, I just don't. And maybe I should. But what's the reason? Like, I'm interested to know, as somebody that doesn't use DeFi across the board. Let me know, what are the challenges. Let's actually see if we can work on a solution and actually pump our own bags, if that makes sense. So down 14% in 1 month. Should we buy the dip in Cardano? Cardano survived the crypto flash crash fairly well. Its on-chain finance ecosystem is still struggling, same as before the crash. A lot needs to change to make the asset more appealing, according to this article. So again, just really interesting. But I think that there's so much upward potential, particularly if they solve the decentralized finance issue that we just talked about, get it in line with something like Solana, Sui, Ethereum, would be really, really cool and beneficial. But the fundamentals are strong, and I think that is what sets Cardano apart from others and makes me really excited. Don't forget, you can stake your Cardano ADA to the cheeky crypto stake pool Cheek. We have 7.4 million ADA staked with us. We really do appreciate that. It does support the channel, and you do earn ADA in staking rewards. Check out the links in the description of the video, give you all the details on the pool's performance, and so on. So definitely check that out. And then we've got the Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson renews proposal to help Musk evolve Dogecoin. So the Cardano founder offers to rebuild Dogecoin into X's core digital currency. Now, wouldn't that be something? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. And don't forget to check out Unity Nodes. They have just started minting the NFTs, so you can buy one of these and you can actually mint it now in preparation for go live, when you can actually start earning rewards. by verifying the global telecom grid. Every verification call made through the Unity app installed on your mobile phone strengthens the network. And basically, anybody can earn crypto directly through rewards on their mobile phone. So if you buy one, you get one Unity node, 200 node licenses, and you get some staked minutes tokens, some staked world mobile tokens. They are locked for 24 months. The really cool thing, according to their calculator, if you operate all 200 of those licenses, you can earn up to $19,200 per month. Obviously, this figure will vary month to month. It depends on a few different things like network performance, market conditions, and your operator activity. So definitely worth checking that out. I really like these. I've actually bought 3 or 4 now. I've bought 4. So yeah, check these out and join us in the free educational Discord if you've got any questions. And then we've got Cardano Moonshot loading $1 ADA target comes into view as Hoskinson praises the new CFTC chair. So Charles has got a lot to say. He's obviously been, praising Michael, the new chair nomination for the CFTC. I think that there's some really big things and updates that are going to have a real positive impact on crypto. And like I say, I think we're really early, right? Like I've given you some really great examples of, what I believe are great projects. Cardano didn't really do much for a few years, right? The price was stagnant. You've got Chainlink, very much the same. And I think that, if you compare that to the likes of like 𝗗𝗄𝘀𝗰 and various other projects that have gone live recently, you need to have expectations that align to reality. And ultimately, I think this is something that the crypto community are just starting to learn. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.